This is Terry from Fabric Junction, and we're here today to continue on with Tenlees Puzzle. It has been fun because we started with our half square triangles, continued on to our flying geese. Now the block we are doing today has both of those in there, our half square triangles, our flying geese, and we have a square in the square. So that's the part I'm going to show you today, is the square in the square, because I already have my other pieces made. And I started already, I have half of it done. And what we need to do is basically put a triangle on each side of a square. We do opposite sides first, and to line them up, what I do is I fold my piece in half, I go to my iron, and I do just a tiny press, just right there on that fold, right on that one. And that little tiny press, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little tiny crease right there. And then I do the same to the triangle. The difference is I fold this one right sides together. On the triangle, I fold wrong sides together. And the same thing. Little press, and the reason I do that is then one kind of sets inside the other. Different people have different terms for it. You might hear it cupping or spooning or whatever. The technique is great. To keep it from slipping, go ahead and slip a pin in there. You know your edges of your triangle are going to be wider. You need them wider because that's your seam allowance. You need them to cross the other triangles. Once again, that creates your seam allowance. So we'll do one side, and then the other one is prepped and ready. Match them up. Slip a pin in there. And do the other one real quick. Sometimes it wants to hesitate because that is a little bit of bulk there. But go ahead and get your machine started. Sometimes you have to pause and lift it and kind of gently work it across. Once you have that done, go back to your press, and now you're going to press them both to the outside. Then we're going to get rid of our little dog ears, because they get to be kind of distracting. And then we'll set it in our block. And as you can see, here's my pieces with my half square triangles, my flying geese, and normally, if I was doing this all at one time, I would have sewn this in the columns like I normally do, but for you, I went ahead and sewed these rows so it's easier to see, and then these. Now when you sew these together, there's just one little thing I need to show you. Because you're dealing with a couple different points, put a pin in this case on my flying geese. I got a pin right in there, and I'm going to put a pin straight in, right in the corner on my square in the square. And even on this one, you line it up, you get to pushing it all together, get your pin so it's nice and straight. And I'll even show you, my flying geese is going to extend just a smidgen more than my square in the square. That's okay. The point that we want to get is we want not to sew those points off. So you stick a second pin, you get this one in nice and straight, slip a second pin in to hold that in place, pull this one out, and let's just do a quick sew for you. and see how well I pinned mine. And the goal is to cross that little X that you made with your other two seams, because we don't want to cut the tips off of either our flying geese or our square in the square. Oh, not bad at all. If you look, at least we still have both the points. I could have been just a tiny smidgen closer on my square in the square, but I'm right on the flying geese, but neither of them have their points cut off, and that's what we try to achieve. And that, it just showed the system I use when trying to match those up. So, I hope you have a great day. This is our new block that we're showing off in Tenlees Puzzle. If you like us, go down and click the thank you button. We appreciate it, and we like any comments. Visit our website at junctionfabric.com, and thank you for watching us here at Fabric Junction.